What's going on, you guys? What's going on? What's going on? This be your boy, Scotty by Nature TV, and we're here for a brand new episode of Yes for the Mess, where we talk about celebrity gossip, hot topics, and all things reality TV based. I hope you guys are having a wonderful, wonderful Tuesday, and I intend on doing the exact same thing. What is going on, y'all? What is going on, y'all? This live was actually supposed to not be going on until later on tonight. Like for real, that's when it was supposed to go on. But being that I took my ass to work and didn't even have to be at work, and I brought my ass back home, and I took vitamin B12s and a vitamin D pill and drunk a Red Bull, I can't go back to sleep. So at this point, I'm like, I may as well go ahead and push this content out while I got the time. In the words of SWV, if you've got the time, then I got the time. Okay. So y'all already know how we do this thing. Okay. I see Chef Dun is in the building. He's another content creator. If y'all have not gotten into his platform, y'all need to go ahead and get into his platform because his platform is amazeballs. Okay. But y'all know before we do any video, y'all know that I got to do my church announcements. So while I'm doing my church announcements, y'all in the chat, let me know where y'all at, where you're from, where you watching from while I do these church announcements real quick, okay? So let's start it off with tomorrow. Tomorrow is the Chasing panel, all right, where we talk about all things Chasing Atlanta, and we will be going live right after the show tomorrow night. It will be me, Jamar, Terrence, Tramel, Carl, and Jeremy Speaks talking about episode 10 of Chasing Atlanta, as well as all of the drama that's been surrounding this show over the weekend. Okay, Carl and Jeremy wanted to talk about the mess, so we're gonna talk about the mess. All right, so make sure you guys tune in to that tomorrow night right after Chasing Atlanta. Also be sure to tune in on Friday for Boys Night Out. We'll be back for our 9th episode and our very last episode of the year. It will be a holiday-based episode, so make sure you guys get into that. Jamar will not be with us, though, because he'll be out of town for the holidays. But make sure you guys tune in because the rest of us will be holding the show down in his absence. And, of course, on Saturday night, we do live reviews on Love and Marriage Chaunceville, and I go live right after giving you the real tea. So make sure you guys tune in to that, all right? So with that being said, that's pretty much all that we have for the church announcement. So we're going to go ahead and get into what I'm here to talk about because I had to talk about it. And y'all do know that I do try my best to not really on like other youth out there. You know, I've always been that way. But you know, Funky Dineva is not only a YouTuber at this point. He's on Fox Soul. He's pretty much a media personality. He's bigger than what we are down here on YouTube. So you know, he's in the blogs and stuff, so he can be talked about. And y'all know that I like Funky Dineva. I don't always agree with most things that he says. I agree with some things, but I don't agree with most things that he says. But when I do feel like I need to give my opinion on something that he says, I'm going to do it. And in this particular instance, I'm going to do it. Because I watched this video yesterday where he was talking about Christian Keys. And I rolled my eyes at most of the stuff that he was saying in that video. I didn't like it. I didn't appreciate it. I felt like he was victim blaming. And that's just my opinion. Now, this ain't me here to bash him or tear him down because he got a difference of opinion than me. But I'm here to give you guys a different perspective if y'all saw the video. So I watched the video last night. I watched some of it again this morning to take notes. And I just took, you know, notes on the things that I wanted to talk about the most, you know what I mean? Because it was like a 27-minute video, so it really wasn't that long. It was a pretty decent watch, and I took notes. So we're about to go ahead and get into this thing, y'all. So let me pull out my notes. My notes are definitely on my phone, of course. Where be it? Let me get these notes out. And we already got 130 people up in the chat already. So, yes. So, like I said, y'all, I need for you guys to go ahead and I need for you guys to go ahead. What the hell, child? What the fuck? What the hell? Okay. Now, for those of you that are Scotty Gang members, you guys do know that I want you guys to be way more interactive in the chat. This is a safe space. Whether we agree or disagree, you can put your opinions in this chat, honey. That's what you can do, and that's what I'm loving. I'm loving the fact that you guys are more involved in these conversations. Okay? So, let's go ahead and get into this. So I got my notes out. The first thing was he started off by saying probably what everybody else was saying in regards to the way the video started off with Christian Keys basically, needing to speed it up and all this other stuff, like speed it up. He was talking too slow or whatever. That really ain't got nothing to do with it. I just felt like that was just something that, just something to diss him about. That was the least of my worries. I just wanted to hear what he had to say, really. But then he said that as he was watching it, and as he started discussing it and talking about the situation, he was looking at Christian Keys and he was like, I feel like, and when I say I feel like, I'm basically saying what Funky Dineva was saying based on my notes. He felt like he saw the check that Cassie got. So now he want his. You know what I mean? And from that point, I was fucking irritated. And I felt like this is the damn reason why nobody, male or female, that is the reason why nobody wants to come out and say what happened to them in the public. I hate it when people come out and say what happened to them and talk about something that's very traumatic and triggering to them. And the first thing that people want to do is put a damn price tag on it. That's not for everybody. Everybody's not looking for no damn payout when they come out and say what they feel about something that happened to them. Stop taking everybody's stories and trying to put a damn dollar sign next to it. It's not fair. It's not right. And I'm going to need for everybody to stop doing that bullshit. Let's start there. It's not right. And stop putting timestamps on when somebody can speak their mind or talk about what happened to them. You don't know how traumatic this was for him. You don't know what the mental things that he's going through for him to talk about it. And the reason why, like I said, and I know I'm going to repeat myself a couple of times in this video, and I know that that's the main thing I get criticism for, but I'm sorry. If I repeat myself a couple of times, then just bear with me. I'm not trying to, but I feel like I am, so whatever. But at the end of the day, stop putting price tags. Okay, Cassie sued Diddy. She got did it ever occur to you that by Cassie speaking out on her own situation that helps somebody else speak out about their own situation? Not everybody's looking for a damn check. Not everybody's looking for a check. Anytime somebody comes against someone that's famous or got money or is big in the industry, the first thing y'all want to say is that they looking for a check. Everybody not looking for a check. When it was R. Kelly, they looking for a check. They looking for a check. They looking for a check. Bill Cosby, they looking for a check. They looking for a check. They looking for a check. Everybody not looking for no damn check. And I wish we would stop like putting that narrative out there. We always hear so many stories about these people that's in the industry and how they had to deal with certain things in this industry and how they were placed in certain positions in the industry where they felt like they were forced to do things that they did not want to do just so they can continue to go on in their careers. And when people speak on how they feel or what they went through with these damn situations, I feel like we victim blame. We talk about how we victim blame. We put it out there like, oh, they only, the reason why, why was it okay back then? Why you didn't say nothing when it happened back then? It don't matter why they didn't say anything back then. Stop saying it. Stop saying why now? Why now? Why now? There's many people that have been victimized, harassed, abused, molested, all of those things. And they're still walking around carrying that burden on them because they don't want to say nothing. Number one, they're ashamed. Number two, they're blaming themselves. Number three, it's based on the person that did said thing to them. Number four, they don't want to be viewed as a liar. Number five, they don't want to be judged and criticized. You got those five things on their backs, and that's why they don't want to say nothing. And when they finally moved on, when they finally move on and finally decide that I want to get this up off of me, I want to talk about this, I want to put this on blast, I need to get this up off of me, I need to heal. Then here comes the questions of why didn't you do this, or why didn't you do that, or why was it okay then, or why you didn't say nothing back then. Now they got to deal with that. It's up. Now you're accused of doing something for monetary gain, or now you're accused of doing something because you're looking for a moment, and now you're accused of doing something because you want some damn attention. He saw that whole statement of he saw the check that Cassie got, so now he want his. My nigga, are you fucking serious? You can't be. You can't be serious. I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that. And I'm going to sit up here and tell y'all, because I said this in one of my last videos that I did when I talked about this. There's some things that have happened to me that I have not talked about on this platform. Now, I did talk about one thing, the Dollar General incident where the man attempted to assault me. I talked about that, but I didn't talk about a specific situation that happened to me on this platform. I ain't even told my mama. That bothers me. Because I know that I will be questioned. Why did you do this? Why did you do that? You could have went that way. You could have went that way. Or based on the person who did it to me. And why I don't want to say nothing about it. Or why I feel a way about saying something about it. I'm telling y'all, the shit is triggering to me. There are plenty of reasons why people that are assaulted don't say. Stop questioning people. Stop questioning motherfuckers that's dealing with something traumatic. Stop questioning motherfuckers about that. Stop telling somebody what they should have done. You're not in their situation. So how the fuck are you going to tell them what they should have done, what they need to do? If you ain't never been assaulted, if you ain't never been harassed, if ain't nobody never did nothing to you, and if you ain't never been put in that situation where you had to do some shit that you didn't want to fucking do, that you was forced to do because you were scared if you didn't do it, something's going to happen to you, then why don't you shut the fuck up? Honestly, I don't like that. That's disgusting as seriously. I don't like it when people do that. And it's a man saying it. So the first thing that people like to do, because I've seen comments like this ain't even related to Funky Dineva at all. This is what pissed me off. I saw some comments on the Neighborhood Talk, which is a damn landfill. They were basically trying to say that Christian Keys only came out and said that he was harassed or whatever by somebody, by another man, so he can get in front of rumors about him being gay. I was like, that is some stupid. If that ain't no stupid ass, I have never heard. That is so stupid. That is stupid as the. That's stupid. You think that this man is out here telling his truth because he wants to beat out rumors before anybody says that he's gay. It ain't even about his sexuality. Don't nobody care about that. It's about what happened to him. That's what's more important, what happened to him. And no, Funky didn't say that, but I saw that in the comments in the landfill. That is the neighborhood. The neighborhood landfill is what I will call it. No disrespect to Kyle, because I go to his platform all the time for the stories that I want to talk about. So no disrespect to him, but his comment section is a damn landfill. It is. And me, myself, just as well as everybody else, we go and support this shit. So yeah, whatever. But that's the truth here. Let's start with that, because I didn't appreciate that. I didn't like that at all. He says that Christian he suspects that Christian uses his beauty to get what he wants. And by him possibly using his beauty to get what he wants, it invites this kind of situation. What? Do you hear yourself? So, if I decide that I want to use my good looks to get a drink, if I decide to use my good looks to get a free meal, if I decide to use my good looks to, get a job, that means that it's okay for a person to try and attack me, to try to sexually harass me, to try to get me to do shit that I don't want to do. That invites that. So because I decided to flirt a little bit to get a drink, that means I'm supposed to go home with this nigga that want me because he bought me a drink. No, I don't feel like that invites anything. I just don't feel like that is the right thing to say. I don't like that. I feel like that's the way of thinking. Like, I don't feel like that invites anything. People can feel however they want to, but just because you see somebody that look good and you gave them a job because they look good, that means that they're obligated to give you. If I cast somebody in a film, or if I cast somebody on a web series, or if I cast somebody in a sitcom or a drama series because of their looks, that don't mean that they got to open up their legs and toot it up for me, or I toot it up for them, whichever one I want to be that day. That don't mean that. I don't agree with that. That's just like saying a girl going to a party wearing a short skirt, and when a dude, sexually assaults her, then that means that she deserved it because she wore a short skirt that invited that energy to her because she wore a short skirt. No. No. I guess because when I worked at the dollar store, and because I was a nice looking guy, which I don't think that I am, but because I was a nice looking guy and a customer was flirting with me, and because he was flirting with me and I was doing my job and showing him what he was supposed to be and where he was supposed to go and where shit he was looking for was, that meant that because I was nice to him, even though he clearly wanted me, that means that he was supposed to follow me in the bathroom and try to rape me. Does that mean I invited that man to come in the bathroom to try to take my manhood from me because I was doing my job, because I look like this? Did I invite that attention? I wasn't doing nothing but my job. He could have asked anybody in the store to show him wherever he was looking for. He could have went wherever he wanted to go, wherever he needed to go to get to where he needed to go. But he came to me. There were other guys that worked in that store. There was other women that worked in that store. But he chose to come at me because he felt like I was attractive. So does that mean I invited that man to attack me in the bathroom. No, that wasn't right. That'll never be right. That'll never be okay. That'll never be okay. Like, period. I don't feel like that's inviting anything. You can't help the way you look. That like how you look is how you look. And if you are someone that most people find to be attractive or handsome or beautiful or whatever, that doesn't give nobody any right to do stuff like that. I know it doesn't. Like, don't take me literal. I know what it means. I know. I know it doesn't. I'm just making a point. Whether Christian Keys used his physicality or his beauty to get what he wanted, that does not give nobody the right to try to fuck him. Do people not hear what they're saying? That's some fucked up ass ways of thinking. I'm just saying, it's fucked up to think that way. For real. It is. Where the comment at? It was one comment that I saw that I wanted to respond to. Where is it at? What did he say? He said, "Yup, that's why I stay struffy on purpose. Sexual harassment against men is worse than women in Hollywood." Okay, okay. I'm glad that you said. The only thing that I'm glad that you said was it's worse with us. But I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna look a mess. I'm not gonna go nowhere looking a damn fool. But I get exactly what you're saying. I get exactly what you're saying. Is it the Do Not Show? I hope I'm saying it right. I get what you're saying. I agree with it too. But I also don't want to compare and contrast experiences either. Like I don't want to compare and contrast women being abused, women being harassed, men being abused, men being harassed. I don't want to compare and contrast because that's going to be another thing and I don't want to do that. But I get what you're saying. Um, let's see. Where we at? Where we at? Where we at? This narrative that he cute or attractive is not for everyone. Not everyone finds that guy attractive at all. To some people, he looks extremely odd. That's true too. I agree. Sadly, society, including law enforcement, doesn't take you seriously, even with the evidence right in front of them. That is true. When that man did what he did to me at that store, and I told my coworkers what was going on, they did nothing but laugh when that man did that to me. They did not take me seriously. They thought it was funny. And on top of that, they made me check that same man out that I literally had to fight up off of me, who forced his tongue in my throat, who tried to force me in a bathroom with him so he can take my goodies. And I was clearly traumatized. And I still had to check him out, still had to work with him, still had to check him out, still had to make sure that he got checked out, got all his stuff and his change. And I still had to do that, even after I had to fight this man up off of me. But I was naive. What did I know? I didn't know I didn't have to do it. I was nothing but 24 years old. I didn't know that. And that's why I have the thing about working in retail about how I feel like they don't care about customers. Like they don't care about the workers. They only care about the customers. Like customers can do whatever they want to do to you, but you can't do anything in regards to them. So like I had a woman swing an umbrella at my head. one time. I couldn't do nothing about that. Just like this man tried to assault me in the bathroom and nobody did anything about it. They thought it was funny, not knowing that that's something that I still carry, and the incident happened 9 damn years ago. Wow. Only for somebody to succeed later on down the line. But that's a whole nother topic. It's crazy. It's crazy. That's what I can say. He says that he didn't believe that Christian Keys was going through the same mental anguish that Cassie was. I repeat, he says that he does not believe that Christian Keys was going through the same mental anguish that Cassie was. How in the can you say that you don't think that he was going through the same things mentally like Cassie was? What? Why do you think why would you say that? Why do you think that he wasn't going through the same mental anguish as Cassie did? Seriously, I want to know that. How the fuck you know? How how in the mother do you know what he was going through mentally? How do you know that? Let me know, somebody. How the fuck you know that? I don't even know what the fuck he was going through. But being somebody that went through something like that, I'm sure that he was. And I'm sure that he felt some type of way about that. And being a man and being harassed by another man, and how everybody gonna look at me if I come out and say something, how I'm forced to do things that I don't want to do, how this man won't leave me alone, how nobody's gonna believe me if I ever come out, and how people are gonna make a joke about the whole thing. That's enough to make somebody mentally insane. You don't think that I think about that incident that I just talked about here and there? You don't think that shit replays in my head? You don't think the other incident replays in my head? You don't think that stuff don't hit me random part of my problem? You don't think that that comes back up sometimes? And you want it to stop? And you want to stop thinking about it over and over and over and over and over and over again. And it's stuck in your brain for the rest of your damn life, no matter how many times you try to do something to medicate your damn self to forget about it. No matter what you do to try to forget about it, you will never forget about it. So you cannot sit up here and say that you don't believe that he went through the same mental anguish as Cassie. The make you think that? You don't know what the you talking about. You don't think that, oh, like, who y'all? I said when I delivered the news, I said that I was not going to be as invested or be as emotionally charged when I'm talking about certain things. But this right here got me going. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry if I'm coming across a little bit too invested, or if I'm coming across any kind of way. I'm gonna apologize right now because that's not my intent. I'm not trying to do that, but I can't help it because it's so irritating and I'm so annoyed because people really think like that. You mean to tell me that you don't believe that this man felt any kind of way about what happened to him? Anything can trigger you with this. You can watch a movie where somebody that's happening to them. You can watch a movie, you can watch a music video, you can read a book, you can look at a damn commercial, you can hear somebody tell their story, just like Christian Keys told his, and it all comes right back in your head when you watch a video like your video and how you're sitting up here denouncing how this man feels about what happened to him. That can trigger you. That's a part of the mental anguish that you deal with when you are sexually assaulted or harassed. You don't know what goes through a motherfucker mind when they see that. You don't know that. The my mother, and I'm telling you this, and I know people be like, people sit up here and they bash me a lot for telling my personal business on here, but that's a part of my charm. It's because I'm a real ass nigga and I don't give a I will tell what because I relate to, if I'm when I relate to shit, I'm gonna relay it back to me so I can tell you why I feel the way that I do and why my opinions are what they are. I told stories about me, I told stories about my mom, because my mom does not care about me talking about certain things on my platform. That's why I don't care. My mother was molested from the ages of 5 to probably about 7 or 8 by a cousin that was probably 15, 20 years older than her. When she came out and told what happened to her the first time, they cried, but asked her not to say nothing. Later on down the line, she told other family members. And what did they say? What did they say? What did they do? I don't believe he did that to you. I just can't see him doing that to you. I can't see him doing that to you. I don't believe that. I just can't see it. Bitch, it ain't about what you can see. It's about what the fuck happened. And not to mention, he didn't do it to just her. He did it to another one of her cousins, too. Reasons why me, my sister, my brother, we were never allowed to be around him. Never allowed to be. I heard that story all my life. I know my mother wasn't lying. I know I wasn't there. I know I wasn't even thought of. But I know my mama wasn't lying. She got a lie for to me about something like that. Absolutely not. When it comes down to this in our community, they either don't believe you or they think you saying that because you looking for personal gain. That's why. They look at you a certain type of way. They don't know how hard that is to walk around and carry that type of stuff on you. And they act like they don't understand. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Have some type of sympathy for the person that's dealing with the bullshit. To have your innocence be snatched from you for no apparent reason, just because they wanted to snatch it from you, it's absurd. The it goes back to what I always say. And I got chills running down my spine talking about this. But it just goes back to what I've said on many occasions on this platform. Family members will disown their gay son, gay nephew, gay uncles, gay cousins. But every fucking Thanksgiving and every Christmas and every Easter, they will make you see, you'll be forced to sit at the same table with the same person that sat there and violated you. And there's nothing you can do about it. They don't want you saying nothing. They don't want you saying anything. They want you to shut your fucking mouth. They don't want you to say nothing. Anytime somebody violates you, they don't want you to open up your mouth to say nothing. But they will let Uncle Chester sit in the middle of the table and play footsies with you under the table while you trying to enjoy your damn dressing and cranberry sauce and fucking ham and turkey and macaroni and cheese or whatever the fuck you eating that day. Like, please get the fuck out of my face. Please. We'll put so much into man, and a pastor is somebody that's teaching you some damn scriptures in the Bible, but he also playing with the children in a not so innocent way in Sunday school. And you know about it. But because he's a pastor, y'all want to protect him to not ruin his image. The fuck out of my face. Fuck out of my face. Please get the fuck out of my face. So you're not going to sit up here and tell me that you don't think that that man was mentally up over this situation. You're not going to tell me that. What makes you think this man felt no kind of way about that? Seriously. Anybody that's dealt with that type of situation will always remember that shit for the rest of their life. And they will always be mentally by that for the rest of their life. Reasons why I'm awkward around men. Especially men that I like. I remember like back in November, me and Bando were hanging out and we was at this bar or whatever, and we was just sitting there talking, and I was just so fidgety and so nervous acting. And he was like, I remember him asking me, why are you so nervous? And I was like, oh, nothing, just I was nervous. I know he wasn't gonna do anything to me, but I just be knowing that sometimes when I'm around guys, sometimes I will get a little nervous if I'm around them alone because I don't know what they're expecting from me. Sometimes I just want to have a good time. Sometimes I just want to spend time with you. I don't want to have sex. And sometimes I'm afraid to be around guys by myself because sometimes I think that they're going to try to have sex with me. And when I don't want to have sex with them, they're going to try to take it from me. So how you like those apples? That's called mental anguish. Right. It's called mental anguish. What you think about that? That's called mental anguish. You don't know how that man felt after that, dealing with that for years, on top of years. There's some people that deal with abuse and they only dealt with it one time. And that one time will change their life forever. It would never be the same. Because, like I said, I told y'all about one of my instances. It's another one I ain't said nothing about and don't want to say nothing about because I don't want to. Yeah. So it's very insensitive to sit up here and say that this man could have possibly not dealt with any mental interruption in his life after that incident. And then on top of that, you don't know what was going on in this man's mind. Like this man, this man was trying to build his career and trying to have money to live and do whatever. And he was forced to do things that he probably would have never done. And you don't never know what people are dealing with, what type of situation that they're in, and why they feel like it's they're doing it. They're doing it not because they want to, but because they feel like they need to. I did something I didn't want to do because I thought that if I didn't do it, he would kill me. That's why I did it. So think about what type of position a person's being placed in before you judge them and tell them what they didn't experience mentally. Think about that. Think about that. Think about how you still got to see that person. They walking around free, knowing what they did to you, walking around here acting like they ain't do nothing. What about that? Because the other situation that I ain't said nothing about on here, I even after that, I still saw him around. Like nothing ever happened. And I'm walking around here dealing with the fact that this man did what he did to me. So yeah, you can't tell nobody how they feel about nothing. You can't tell nobody how they felt mentally when some man did that to them. You can't do that. I don't know why we never have any sympathy for people that were abused. I would never understand that logic. I would never get why we don't have any kind of sympathy for people that's been abused. I never get that. It don't even have to be SA. It could be DV. You still don't get no sympathy when you're dealing with DV. You don't. They find a way to make that your fault too. Out of here. You serious? You can't tell me. You really can't tell me a motherfucking thing about nothing when it comes down to some like this. Can't tell me, and I don't want to hear. Then you wonder why motherfuckers don't come out and say nothing. Motherfuckers like this. But how would you feel if it was your daughter, your son, your niece, your nephew, your uncle, your auntie? Would you feel if it was somebody that you loved and that you fucking cared about that went through this shit? Would you feel? Just saying. How would you feel if that was your folks dealing with that? How would you feel if it was you? When you want somebody to believe you, when you want somebody to help you, when you want somebody to know that this is with you mentally and try to get you some damn help, but want to question somebody else's mental, get the fuck out my face. Anyway, he also said that he kind of thinks that he hopped on the bandwagon to see what he could get. And what he means by the bandwagon is the bandwagon of Cassie and all the stuff that's going on with Diddy. He felt like there's a possibility that he hopped on that bandwagon to see what he could get out this situation. A bandwagon. A bandwagon. You think telling somebody their truth is a motherfucking bandwagon opinion. Okay. Okay. Crazy. A bandwagon. You want to jump? You want to jump on the bandwagon? You know, jump on the bandwagon. Like, do you know how you sound, my nigga? Like, I don't think you realize how bad you fucking sound. No, that shit would never be okay with me. I don't think it was a bandwagon thing. I just don't think it was. I think it's more of a thing where he got the strength to come out and say what happened to him. Because sometimes it takes one person to say what they got to say for you to get the strength to do the same thing. It ain't always no bandwagon. Every time it be stuff like this, everybody always want to sit up here and denounce that. And if you listen to that video and listen to how that man spoke and listen to how frustrated he was, you would know that this ain't no damn bandwagon. Because there's plenty of attractive people who use their looks to get favor. Okay. So, okay. We're not denying that, but that don't mean that gives anybody no right to do what they doing to them. They don't give them no right. Y'all just want to find a reason to denounce somebody else's trauma. Is what y'all doing. And as a person that's experienced certain things, this shit not cool. And there's nothing that nobody can tell me that's gonna make me change my mind. And I didn't say you did. I just asked your question. I just answered your question. We know that people do use their looks to get by sometimes. We know that. But at the same time, what Funky Dineva said, when people use their looks to get by, they're opening up the door or they're inviting certain energies around them when they do that. I don't think that that's right, and I don't think that that's fair to say that. Just because I might be using my looks, that don't mean that they give a person no right to try to SA me. I'm sorry. I don't give a if I'm attractive. That ain't my fault. That's offensive. He did say that. That's literally what he said. He said that he feels like it, or better yet, he feels like, or it's a possibility that Christian is one of those men that, you know, uses his beauty to get what he want, or not necessarily Christian, but people sometimes use their beauty or whatever they got to get by, and sometimes that invites certain things. He did say that, but okay. I never would have wrote that down if he didn't say that. I'm not gonna sit up here and lie. He did say that. He did. If I could, okay then. So since you want to argue with me about what he said, I could go back and play it because he definitely said that. Give me 1 second. Okay, here we go. Open up doors, husbands qualify. Men understand the same concept. They understand it so much so that you will find in a lot of gay clubs, drag bars, straight gay strip clubs, that straight men are the bartenders, the dancers, the security guards, the DJs, because they've realized that being straight, showing off their body, and selling the illusion of one day you might be able to come home with me garners them a hell of a lot more tips than they would make in a straight environment. I just don't see a world where another gay black man. I think I went too far into this. Step to Christian on. I'll go back. Making me go, Keys is fine as all hell. He is extremely attractive. Just like women who understand that beauty is currency, and their hips and ass and face can open up doors, get them rich husbands, get them jobs that they don't qualify. Men understand. Let me see. Would step to Christian
or Christian was open to suggestion. All right. And I'm not victim blaming here. I'm just explaining my experience from my vantage point and how society kind of works with this male to male, gay to straight relationship thing. The impact may be the same as man on woman, but the song and dance,
I think I went too far up.
Different. Now, there's an argument that could be made that goes, well, you know, said gay man, because he had so much money and power.
Let me rewind it.
Point, a energy. If another gay black man would step to Christian on some gay energy, if he wasn't remotely signaled that Christian was down with the shit, or Christian was open to suggestion. All right. And I'm not victim blaming here. I'm just.
So, in so many words, I paraphrased it, but that's exactly what he said. He literally said there are some women that know that they got great bodies, that know that they look like this, that know that they look like that, to get wherever they want to get. And even in this last part, he said that there's a certain energy that he probably got because he did use that. Like, it's all the same damn thing. I didn't sit up here and lie. He said that. Now, if you agree with him, that is absolutely okay. That is fine. But, and I don't want my minds to time nobody out because they disagree with me. They can disagree all day. But I'm going to stand by what I said. Whether or not people use what they got to get a job or whatever, that does not open up no doors for nobody to be trying to fuck on them. Period. Get points. I said what I said. Whatever. I'm not going to go back and forth with nobody in my comments. Period. I'm not going back. Anyway, he also said something about body size not garnering sympathy for him because he's built a certain type of way or whatever. Then he started wondering if this was justice or attention, and he questioned why he did not give a name. Now, this is the part that pisses me off too, when he says that it was a justice or attention. What makes you think that he's saying all this for attention? Do you really think that there's any man out there that wants to go on a public platform and admit that they were sexually harassed by another man or SA'd by another man? No man wants to get on no public platform and say that for no damn attention. Nobody. What does he have to gain by putting himself out there like that for some attention? That's why don't nobody say nothing. It goes right back to when people are victims and they come out and they say what happened to them, and the first thing they say is, you're doing it for attention. What? That's what you got out of this? Is that I'm coming out here, putting myself on blast for some motherfucking attention? Are you loony? Are you crazy? Are you dumb? Or are you all of the above? Seriously. I'm just saying. Please give me a reason. Because I feel like this. No matter what you say, when a person says no the first time, that should be the end of it. If you make advances towards me and I say I don't want to have sex with you, and you still make your advances, you're now put in a situation where you are now a predator. Because I literally told you no. I literally told you no. I said no, and you still want to go along with this. I said no. I said I'm not interested. I said I don't want this. I said this ain't for me, or I don't want to be in this predicament. And you still go along and you still decide that you want to do this. No. It's still no. It's still fucking no. People are fucking weird. Everything is always about a damn green piece of paper. Everything is not about money. Y'all do this all the time. I don't like that. Now, what I will say is that him not saying a name when he's speaking about it publicly does not help people that may be catching stray bullets, because there's multiple names that have come out that people are suspecting. First person in question is Tyler Perry. Everybody pointing finger at Tyler Perry. Everybody saying it's Tyler Perry. Everybody, if you look on any blog site, you see Tyler Perry name up and down the damn comment section. Or there's some other guy that was mentioned, some dude named Robert. Is it Robert Lee or something? I think. I don't know. Somebody said Lee Daniels. It was so many different names that was said, and we can't pinpoint who it is. So that is where we go wrong sometimes, where we don't mention names publicly, and then other people get blamed for something that they more than likely did not do or whatever. Now, that was irresponsible of him to do that. I can agree with that part. That was irresponsible, because now we're at a place now where there are probably an innocent person is being blamed for something that they had nothing to do with. Now I can give you that. I can say that. But I will also say that just because he's not saying the name, that don't mean that he's doing it for attention. I'm still going to stand on that. Still. They don't take back nothing I said on this video. Nothing. He did say that the name will be released soon. There will be a police report and all that other stuff. And Funky said that he needs to exonerate certain people that's being called out that's not involved in this. I agree. I can give you that. So, but all in all, I'm going to say this. Because I went through all my notes. So, and hopefully y'all ain't experienced no skipping on this video, but StreamYard is on some fuck shit right now. And that's why you may be hearing all that, because StreamYard on some bullshit right now. It's right back to the bullshit again. But I'm going to say this. I said all that to say that this was not me dissing Funky Dineva at all, but it's more so of me challenging his opinion. It's my opinion. I'm challenging his. Sometimes people feel like when you speak up against someone that's higher, like Funky Dineva, you're hating or you trying to use him for clout. No. One thing about it, I don't use anybody for no clout. That ain't never been me. If you've been following me for years, that ain't never been my my potion. There ain't never been that. But he is more than a YouTuber now. He's basically a media personality at this point. He's up for discussion now. If motherfuckers can make videos about me and shit, dragging me for no reason, I could easily make a video or a live where I'm addressing something that Funky Dineva said in the video that I watched, that I supported. Because I do subscribe to Funky Dineva, I always have. I always gave him his props. You know, kind of look to him as a person that came from YouTube and became what he is, all that. But he says a lot of problematic ass shit. And anytime I see something that's problematic, I'm going to say something about it. I don't care how nobody feels about the shit. And if I got some new subscribers by calling out the bullshit that he said on that video, then so be it. Hey, y'all. So be it. His take on that was fucking trash, in my opinion. That's just my opinion. I don't care. That's how I feel. And it is what the fuck it is. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. That's all I care about at this point. I know it was a little bit triggering and stuff, but I hope that you guys enjoyed the video. I do. We had over 500 people up in here today. I appreciate y'all. Maybe it was a good thing that I went to work and found out that I didn't have to be there and had came back home and did this, because I'm energized, bitch. I done took me a vitamin B12, vitamin D pills and everything, and had a Red Bull, baby. I am fucking energized as the. But I had to, because I went through my own stuff, and like I said, there are things that I've talked about on this platform, and then there's other things that I have not talked about on this platform that I ain't really ready to talk about. Hell, I ain't even talked about it with my damn mama yet. So if I ain't talked about it with my mama, then I ain't gonna talk about it on here at all. Only my brother know, and my cousin, and maybe 2 of my friends know. But like I said, I appreciate y'all. I love you guys. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Hey, here, ho, you done caught a daytime live, and I'm finna get off. I'm finna get off of here now. But I hope y'all have a wonderful day. And I just want y'all to know that I'm gonna always speak the truth every single motherfucking time. I don't care who it is. I'm gonna speak the truth. I don't care. See, here on this platform, we might be a little bit ratchet. For those of you that are brand new to the platform, I'm a little bit ratchet with a little bit of common sense when it's time to have some common sense. Ratchet with a little bit of common sense. I told y'all I give a little bit of Megan Thee Stallion and Barbara Walters all at the same damn time. That's what I give. So yeah, you know. But I'm about to go, y'all, in, because I think something else happened with Martell and Ariane, and the original Straight No Chaser put it out or something. I think I'm gonna go live about that later. I'm not really sure about that, but I'm gonna talk about that a little bit later today. But I'm hungry, and I'm about to go to the hood and get me a big ass cheeseburger and some fries and a Coca-Cola. Bitch, I'm gonna tear that shit up. Now that's gonna put me to sleep. But before we go, y'all do know that I have to pay bills before we go, right? So here we go. First things first, make sure you guys support our very own Tramiel. He has a brand new record out called Long Days. It's available everywhere. Make sure you guys support by streaming and purchasing the record. I really hope you guys do, because Tramiel is an indie artist. He's an independent R&B artist and stuff like that. And you know, he's amazing. So and he's one of my best friends. Love him. Okay. Be sure to you know, get into his music, because he makes great music. Wait a minute, Dee. Sorry to interrupt the serious discussion, but I just stumbled upon your channel for the first time. Your teeth are gorgeous. Oh, thank you, girl. Well, I don't know if you're a girl or a guy. I'm sorry, but thank you for that. I appreciate it. Wait a minute, not Carlos King firing Kiki. Baby. I know I got to get off of here now. Because I know I gotta do another video, baby. Okay, what's next up? What's the next thing? Let's support Bando. Okay. Bando has a new record out called Bando's Dream is now available on Spotify, Apple Music, as well as YouTube. And yes, I did see that last night. Tickled as hell. Um, and he also has another song out called DUI, one of my favorite records by Bando. Make sure you guys go and support that as well. So with that being said, y'all, this be your boy, Scotty by Nature TV. Be sure to like, rate, comment, subscribe, share this video, and also click on the notification bell so you can be notified whenever video drops. And if you want to follow me on any form of social media, my Twitter, my Instagram, and my TikTok will be down below. With that being said, you guys, yes, Tramiel is on Apple. With that being said, you guys, your boys up out of here, and I will see you guys on the next video because it look like I got 2 more lives to do. Bye, y'all.